Hi guys, and welcome to Card Making with Crystal. Today we're making this card. It looks simple, but it's so cute. It's a 4-step card. Simple 4-step card, but we're decorating it today for graduation. So we can put 20, 25. If you make it for a baby, you'll put GIRL. You get the point. Let's make it. Hi guys, this is almost everything you need to make your card. This card has a lot of elements, as you may have seen. So we have, let me just show you so that you get a general idea before we get started. This is your base card. This is the layer where you're going to do the steps on. This is the decorations for the front of your card. I have a couple more and I'll show you when I'm doing it. This is the section for the left side of the card. This is the deco for the right side of the card. These are the decorations for your middle step section. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do, as usual, let's score your base card. So we're going to score this 12 by 6 piece of paper at 6. I'll fold and burnish one time. And we're putting this aside. Now I'm going to get to work on my steps. All you need to make your steps on this card is a ruler, a pencil, X-Acto. That's it. I'm going to bring in my scoreboard after, but this is all you need. Let me show you what to do. Okay, so let's get started, guys. This piece of paper is 11 3/4 by 5 3/4. You're going to line your ruler up on this side of the paper, and you're going to make 3 marks. One at 1 7/16. And let me show you how to get 16ths of an inch. So this is 1. Every one of these are 1/16. So 7/16 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to line your ruler up at 5.5, and the first mark you're going to make is at 1 7/16. So I have it at 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make a mark. Your next mark is at 2 7/8. And your next mark is at 4 5/16. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to go on the other side of your paper and do the same marks. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/16. 2 and 7/8. 4 and 5/16. Now that you've made these lines down here, you're going to take your ruler, line it up to the very top of your paper, and you're going to make a mark at 5 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 7 1/8. Now I'm going to go down and line up my ruler at this first line we made here, and I'm going to draw a line from 5 5/8 all the way across to 7 5/8. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to make a mark at 6 1/8. Just one little mark like this. That's it. I'm going to go down again, line up my ruler with the second set of marks I made, and I'm going to draw a line from 6 1/8 all the way to 8 1/8. So 6 1/8 to 8 1/8, and I'm going to make a mark at 6 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to go down once more to the last measurement you made, line up my ruler at the 2 points, and this time I'm going to start at the 6 5/8, and I'm going to make my line straight to 8 5/8. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to make a mark at 7 1/8. Your paper should look like this. Let's bring in our scoreboard. And you're going to score at 4 3/8. 1, 2, 3. Right? You're going to score at 5 5/8 up to the line you made. You're going to score at 7 1/8 up to the line you made. You're going to score at 6 1/8 up to the line you made. You're going to score at 7 5/8 up to the line you made. 6 5/8, and you're going to score up to the line you made. 8 1/8 up to the line you made. Now we have 7 1/8, and the final score line 8 5/8. Now you're going to take your X-Acto knife and you're going to cut on all of these lines. If you have a metal ruler, it's best if you use this to do your cutting. If you don't, you can cut it by hand. I'm going to show you how to cut it by hand. You're trying your best to stay on the line at all times, trying to stay exactly on the line, and just do it slowly and in short bursts. Right? Let's do the second one. That's it. Now let's erase all of these lines, because the paper is white, so you don't want to show that you made all these marks on your paper. So you're going to erase all the marks that you put on our paper. And now we're going to fold and burnish on all our score lines. So for the first one, and for these, you're folding this one up and this one back. You're folding this one up and this one back, and you're doing the same thing to all of them. You're going to push it forward like this and make sure everything is lined up perfectly with your staircase, and then you're going to burnish on all your score lines. Turn it over and burnish on these as well. Don't forget the score lines at the back. And this is your card. So let's make some layers. We have the layers for the front, for here. We have layers for this side here, and we're going to make the layer for here now, because we want a step layer for here to emphasize the step on your card. So I'm going to show you a way that you can make your layers for the steps of your card. So I want you to put this in here straight to the end and fold this. This is not going to fold equally back. Fold this back like so. And I want you to just trace, instead of having to measure again, trace all of these like so. I want you to put this aside, and we're going to cut this out now. Now you have a perfect step. When you put this in here, if I put this here, it fits perfectly. So what I want to do is I want to drop this by 1/8 of an inch and carry it back by 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to do that using my paper cutter. The reason why you fit it in here was simply to get the perfect size here. All I'm going to need to do for this to fit is drop this at 1/8 of an inch. And now you have a perfect step, perfect layer. And now you're going to have to cut off 1/8 of an inch this way as well, and cut this off. And let's test it. And this is perfect. We're going to leave it just like this So we have our layer for here, we have our steps for here, we have this for this side. I'm going to prepare the artwork for this side so that, you know, I prefer to prepare everything and then stick it all together instead of sticking this and then stopping and sticking this and then stopping. So I'm going to put this aside. This piece is measured 4 1/4 by 5 5/8. So you're going to put that down. We have this layer, which is 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. I want you, I think I'm going to use my other paper cutter. Right. I want you to measure on the 2 1/2 side at 1 1/4. We're going to put this aside. This piece is 2 by 3, so I want you to measure 1, and this piece is 1 1/4 by 1 1/2. So I want you to measure across the 1 1/4 at 5/8. Now we're gonna cut all of these pieces from the top to here and here to here. The same thing for all of them. Let's do that. So now you have 3 triangular pieces, like so. We're going to do some additional cutting on this piece. I'm going to bring in this cutter because I need a measurement to be lined up perfectly. Take your piece and I want you to mark 1/8 of an inch at the top here and at the bottom here. Right? We're going to take this now and we're going to line it up and try to make it as equal as you can. So put this piece here at 1/8 and then get your line at 1/8. Hold it down and you're going to cut, but don't go all the way through, right? You're going to cut and then stop. So I made it like this. Now I'm going to turn it this way and line it up like so. Hold it down and I'm going to cut. And I actually think I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish this cut manually. Right, see that? And now we're going to cut along that line. Perfect. Because this card is being prepared for somebody who graduated for the medical field, I am also going to create my stethoscope. We're going to make the front of the graduate's regalia. So I'm going to stick this onto this, then this onto this like so, and then this as the skin of the person. See? That looks so perfect. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is the design for the left side of your card here. So we have 1, 2, 3. Let's get the numbers and I will stick everything together. We've gotten everything stuck together and we're going to put everything aside here. The first thing I'm going to do is stick this card to the base. To stick this on your base, you're going to put glue all over, open it and put glue all over here. You're going to take this and stick it onto here, leaving an 1/8 of an inch border around the card. Then you're going to close this and you put in glue only on this area here. So no glue is going on the middle steps, all right? So you put in glue like this. So you're holding this part down, then closing your card. Now you're going to decorate the inside of your card. I have a die cut certificate and I'm going to add it right here. However, I want the strings to be golden, so I die cut it twice. I'm just going to cut the gold strings and add it to it. So the inside of our card is done. It looks gorgeous. You can do different colors, different layers. You know, you could really go wild with this. I'm going to decorate the outside of the card now. Why do a card like this that's going to be displayed like this? I typically don't make too much of a fuss on the outside. We're going to make it look gorgeous and pretty, yes. However, it's going to be a simple design. So I've cut these out. I am going to put a piece like this that is 6 inches by 4.5 inches with a layer on top that is 6 inches by 4 inches like this for the front of the card. Let's do that. I have die cut this. I have this amazing die cut. I've die cut this out of Stag Blanc, which is a very thick cardboard type of material. So it didn't go right through, but I wanted that to happen on purpose so that I can cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out right now. And now I'm going to actually layer it with a gold tassel because I die cut the same thing in gold and cut out the tassel. How perfect is that? That's so cute. I'm going to bring back in my card and I'm going to center this in the middle here. Thanks so much for joining me while we made this. I am going to call this a peekaboo card because this looks so plain. I mean, it looks beautiful, but you're like, oh, how nice. But when you open it, it's like, bam. I love it. I love making these. They're really cool. And I'm so glad I got to teach you how to make it without using like any special cutters or anything. So I hope you tried. If you do, let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, be sure to give it an actual thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any content, and stay crafty, my friends.